The internet is huge. I didn't know how much stuff was out there, so I searched it up and they said in 2019 around 4.4 zettabytes of data was out there. I didn't even know what a zettabyte was. This probably includes your soul and your secrets. So when I was introduced to the internet around 2009 to 2010, I was amazed. The number of people who had internet, especially in the Philippines, was a few. And the fact that I was exposed to the internet at such a young age probably worsened my social skills. So that's great. My sister taught me how to use a computer since she had a computer class at her school. And she showed me all the cool stuff from YouTube to games on the internet. So we're here to talk about how the internet changed my life in a good and bad way. Let's start with YouTube. So my earliest memory of YouTube is when my family in Canada sent this video through Yahoo Messenger. I just remembered me and my family screaming and that's it. If you're a fetus to the internet and don't know what this video is, stop! Don't watch it, don't search for it, just don't. I remembered scared of having nightmares after watching this thing. So, just don't. But my actual memories of YouTube knowing it's YouTube is a lot more fun. All I remembered was watching a lot of Power Rangers. Like, I'll be sitting there for hours binge watching Power Rangers clips, toy reviews, and a bunch of stuff that 6-year-old me really cared about. Then one day, as I was scrolling through YouTube, I stumbled upon this video. And I loved it. I remembered after watching that video and watching their Power Rangers lip sync video, I fell down the hole of watching a bunch of their skits. I actually rewatched this video as I was making the script for this video, and let me tell you, it wasn't appropriate at all for 6-year-old me to watch. So, how did I access the internet and watch these videos? A question you're probably not asking. Around 2010, when I started watching YouTube videos, I watched in a thick laptop. But around 2012, my parents got us a BlackBerry Playbook. What's that? A question you're probably asking? Well, it's a piece of crap tablet that barely had apps on it. Instead of giving us an iPad, which had stuff on it, I was stuck with this thing. I had to play Tetris for crying out loud, which probably isn't the best entertainment for a dumb 8-year-old. So, our parents probably saw the sadness in our faces, and they actually got us an iPad mini. And with that very thing, I started my old YouTube channel. But enough about that, back to 6-year-old me. So, as I said, my sister introduced me to a bunch of stuff, and one of those stuff were internet games. If I wasn't watching on YouTube, I was probably playing on Friv or Y8. But I mostly played on Friv. What's Friv, you ask? Let me tell you, it's honestly one of the best websites if you're a kid who got tired of playing Minesweeper and 3D Pinball. It's a website that had 250 games free to play. And when I saw that home screen and my sister told me that all those icons were games, I was like, what? I would spend hours on that thing, playing a bunch of games, and we would even play multiplayer games on that one laptop, and we would sit together and share that cramped keyboard for the controls. So that's that. Websites like Friv and Y8 made my childhood on the internet much more fun. Ooh, this was also the time when Facebook was becoming more and more popular and more people were getting Facebook. And I remember my sister getting one, and I asked her if I could get one, and guess what? She gave me one. But since I was a dumb kid, I kept forgetting my passwords. I kept making new accounts. I know that making an account when you're a 6-year-old and making multiple accounts is against the terms and conditions, but I was a kid. I didn't know shit. This is why you don't leave kids alone in the computer, people. Now, time for more dumb stuff that I did. I guess me making multiple accounts is considered dumb, but I did more dumb stuff. I also shattered our playbook and iPad, but that's probably more of a me thing than an internet thing. Ooh, and that playbook made me lose my innocence. I watched a lot of Smosh videos that probably wasn't good for my age. I probably, no, not probably, I downloaded a bunch of viruses on that laptop. I would get tired of playing games on Friv and Y8, and sometimes I would see a game that I like on YouTube. And sometimes I would try to download that game, but all I did was download a bunch of viruses and extensions that made my laptop slower. I remembered seeing a different search engine every time I tried to download a game. That's probably because I don't actually download the game. And speaking of that laptop, I literally didn't take care of that thing. I would treat that laptop so aggressively that the hinge broke. This is actually what the laptop looks like right now. Rest in peace, thick laptop. You gave me a bunch of great memories. You will be missed.